The Little Princess and the Tomato Rain in the Castle. Chapter 1. A perfectly normal morning. In a faraway land, surrounded by green rolling hills and fields that swayed like the sea, there stood the Cherry Blossom Castle. It was not the biggest castle in the world, nor the shiniest, but it was the happiest. The windows smiled with sunlight every morning, and the garden hummed with bees, butterflies, and friendly ladybugs. Inside the castle lived Princess Lily, a cheerful little princess with curly golden hair, bright blue eyes, and a laugh that sounded like chimes in the wind. She loved three things most of all. 1. Her family, King Henry, Queen Rose, and her pet kitten, Pudding. 2. Exploring, especially climbing the castle's many towers. 3. Tomatoes, big ones, tiny cherry tomatoes, sweet yellow ones. She loved them in salads, on toast, or simply washed and popped straight into her mouth. On this particular morning, Princess Lily woke up to the gentle coo of doves outside her window. She stretched, yawned, and sniffed the warm smell of fresh bread wafting from the castle kitchen. Everything seemed perfectly normal. She didn't know that in just a few hours, her day would turn into something very, very strange. Chapter 2. The First Splash. After breakfast, Lily put on her favorite blue dress and went to the garden to water her plants. She carried a little blue watering can shaped like a teapot and hummed a song about raindrops. Suddenly, splat! Something red and squishy landed right in the middle of her watering can. Lily blinked. It was a tomato. A small, round, perfectly ripe tomato. Before she could wonder where it came from, splat! 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 3 more tomatoes landed on the path beside her, bouncing like rubber balls.
Who's throwing tomatoes?
She called out. She looked up and gasped. Tomatoes were falling from the sky. Not just 1 or 2, dozens. They plopped into flower beds, rolled across the grass, and splashed into the fountain. Some even bounced off the castle walls with little thuds.
Pudding!
Lily scooped up her kitten before he could chase a tomato into the pond.
It's raining tomatoes.
Chapter 3. The Royal Tomato Emergency. Within minutes, the castle was in chaos. The cook ran outside, waving a giant spoon. The gardener rushed to cover the roses with a tarp. The guards tried to hold their shields over the doors to stop tomatoes from rolling inside. The king came out, holding an umbrella.
What in the royal world is going on?
Queen Rose peered at the sky.
It's a tomato rainstorm.
Tomatoes don't fall from the sky. Rain falls from the sky. Snow falls from the sky. Sometimes even hail, but not tomatoes,
The king said firmly.
Well, apparently today they do.
Lily said, holding up a plump red tomato. The queen frowned.
We must find out why. This is a royal mystery.
Chapter 4. A Clue in the Sky. The princess tilted her head and noticed something odd up above the clouds. There was a faint red shimmer. It looked like a swirling tomato-colored cloud drifting over the castle.
Look!
She pointed.
That's not a cloud I've ever seen before.
Maybe it's magic?
Lily whispered. They decided to send Sir Parsnip, the bravest knight in the kingdom, up the tallest tower to get a better look. Lily followed him halfway, carrying her kitten and her curiosity. From the top, they could see the whole kingdom. The red cloud hovered right over the castle, spinning slowly, and just beneath it like a dripping ceiling, tiny red shapes kept falling.
It's as if the cloud is leaking tomatoes.
Sir Parsnip muttered. Chapter 5. The Wise Old Wizard. In times of strange weather, there was only one person to consult. Whizzlewort the Wizard. Whizzlewort lived in a round stone tower at the edge of the castle garden. His beard was so long it curled into loops, and he wore a robe the color of midnight. He smelled faintly of cinnamon and old books. When Lily knocked on his door, he shuffled out, holding a teacup.
Ah, I wondered when you'd come. Yes, I know about your tomato problem.
You do?
Lily's eyes widened.
Of course. This is Tomatis pluvius, the tomato rain spell. Very rare, very old, and very messy.
Who would cast such a spell?
The king asked. Whizzlewort sipped his tea.
Someone who either loves tomatoes a little too much, or someone who wants to cause trouble.
Chapter 6. The Map of Magical Mischief. The wizard opened a dusty old book. Inside was a map of the kingdom with glowing symbols. One symbol, shaped like a tomato, blinked bright red in the whispering woods.
That's where the magic is coming from.
Whizzlewort said. The king looked at Lily.
This could be dangerous.
Lily stood taller.
But I'm the one who found the cloud. And I love tomatoes. Maybe I can talk to whoever's doing it and make them stop.
After a moment, the king nodded.
All right, but you'll take Sir Parsnip and Pudding with you.
Chapter 7. Into the Woods. The whispering woods were filled with gentle murmurs, leaves rustling secrets, branches creaking softly. Sunlight flickered through the trees, making patterns on the ground like patchwork quilts. They followed the blinking tomato symbol on the wizard's map until they reached a clearing. And there, sitting on a giant mushroom, was a young woman in a red dress like a tomato. Chapter 8. The Tomato Fairy.
Hello, are you making it rain tomatoes?
Lily said politely. The little woman smiled mischievously.
Why, yes, dear. I'm Toma, the tomato fairy, and you're welcome.
Welcome.
Lily tilted her head.
Of course. I thought your castle needed more tomatoes. Everyone needs more tomatoes. They're healthy, juicy, and full of sunshine.
They're also rolling into our soup, bouncing off our guards and flooding the fountain.
Lily said gently. The fairy frowned.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause trouble.
Chapter 9. A Better Idea. Lily sat down beside the fairy.
I love tomatoes too. But maybe instead of making it rain, we could plant a tomato garden in the castle. Then we'd have plenty to share with everyone, and the tomatoes wouldn't go to waste.
The fairy's eyes twinkled.
A garden? That's a wonderful idea.
With a wave of her wand, she stopped the tomato rain. The red cloud dissolved into a soft pink mist, and the sky turned blue again. Chapter 10. The Great Tomato Feast. A week later, the castle garden was transformed. Rows of tomato plants stretched across the sunny courtyard. Big red beefsteaks, tiny golden cherries, and even striped green ones. The king declared a tomato festival. There were tomato sandwiches, tomato soup, tomato juice, and tomato tarts. The villagers came from miles away to taste them. And in the middle of it all sat Princess Lily, Pudding the kitten, and Tama the tomato fairy, laughing and sharing stories. Epilogue. Lessons from the tomato rain. That night, as Lily curled up in bed, she thought about the strange day when tomatoes fell from the sky. She had learned something important. Sometimes strange things happen for a reason. Talking and listening can turn a problem into something wonderful. And you can never have too many tomatoes as long as they're not falling on your head. She drifted to sleep with the soft sound of crickets outside and the sweet taste of tomatoes still on her lips.